If you're like me and are just starting your career, you want to become more productive. While you probably heard standard productivity advice such as waking up at 4:30 a.m., having a plan, setting big goals, I've discovered 7 productivity hacks that you can implement today that you probably have never heard before, especially number 5. So without taking extra time, here is hack number 1. Become faster by spending as little effort as possible. You become more productive by producing more per unit of time. And the way to do that is to decrease, not increase, the amount of effort to rack up the total volume. Think of 2 people doing exactly the same work task. Person A finished in 30 minutes but is exhausted afterwards. Person B also finished in 30 minutes but is not exhausted at all. Because person B has so much energy left, he has the potential to become faster and get more done. So for everything that is on your plate right now, spend as little energy on it as you possibly can. Get yourself comfortable and imagine you were extremely tired but had to do it anyway. The less energy you need to spend, the more effective you will be. And the way to spend less energy is to do hack number 2. Focus on one thing at a time to get unstuck. In a previous video, I mentioned the importance of finding the bottleneck, the weakest link. Once you find that, focus all your attention to it in order to solve it and progress to the next level. The same goes when you're generally stuck. For instance, when you're writing, solving a math problem, or cannot decide what to wear today. There is a bottleneck that prevents you from moving forward, and it's usually a decision. The way out is to recognize the situation as is, and then implement the response that you can use next time it happens again. If you're stuck deciding on outfits, construct a system that allows you to never need to select one again. If you're stuck in writing, just write whatever thought you have in mind somewhere. If you're stuck solving a math problem, come up with a list of operations you can try and move forward. And in general, if you want to move faster in life, make as few decisions as possible and follow through as much as possible. This is why many, myself included, default to habits and routines because they usually work. One thing that also will allow you to move faster is to obsess about your micro actions and let them compound. What do I mean by micro actions, by the way? Just as you get tons of nuclear energy by splitting atoms, you can gain massive advantage over others by simply recognizing and perfecting all the tiny components of one action or activity. For example, a simple one such as cold calling has a lot of micro action. You have to click on your phone to get the list and the number, click that number, get the sales script ready and enjoy the waiting. While you have the person at the end of the call, you must listen, empathize, answer questions and objections, transact the sale if you're lucky, or switch over to the next one immediately if unlucky. All of these are micro actions or micro skills you can improve upon anytime. Even the simple act of getting up from the couch, washing your hands, or even relaxing your toes are micro actions. The more of these you get perfect, the better it will compound you to higher levels of greatness. Number 4 is to do extreme time tracking. And this one is more practical but highly beneficial. Because as the late great management guru Peter Drucker says, what gets measured gets managed. With extreme time tracking, you're measuring every single action of your day with a timer or stopwatch. With this clear feedback, you know exactly how much you're improving. I'm personally known among my friends to set up more than 15 timers each day. Yes, that's true. I also use stopwatches when I prepare food, when I eat, when I have my hot bath, and every time I'm outside. The stopwatch gives me an exact number I can improve upon whatever I do. As I said in the beginning, number 5 is the most powerful of all the hacks, and I have not heard anyone else tell it this way. But before I tell it, be sure to click the like button if you found these tips fascinating so far. If you want more productivity tips like this twice a week, you can click subscribe. Number 5, fear, confusion and pain are the goal, as long as you move forward, not backward in life. Normally, all motivational content on YouTube tells you to
stand strong, confront the fear, and reach the light of the desired success.
With this hack, you flip that advice on its head. Now the struggle is no longer a means to an end, it is the end. We remove the desired outcome from the equation and instead enjoy the feelings we have to the fullest, not needing to change them. But I want to be very clear here. When I talk about fear, confusion and pain in this context, I talk about the feelings that prevent you from moving forward in life, such as getting a raise, asking the girl out, writing a book, talking in front of 10,000 people, getting stronger at the gym. Moving backward in life, such as self-sabotage, is not what I'm advocating for at all. Just want to make it clear here. But you're smart, so you'll see the difference. It's just common sense. Once you enjoy fear, confusion and pain for their own sake, not needing to get rid of them, 5 beautiful things happen. 1. You become unstoppable. You just go and go. 2. You become effortlessly courageous and can do bold things without guilt or shame. 3. You not procrastinate anymore since you're comfortable with not knowing what to do next. Instead of tensing up in front of a blank page, you relax. In a few seconds, your fingers move automatically, producing your best work. 4. You become generous and help others without needing anything in return. And 5. You can outwork anyone in the long term, because you love playing the game. All this allows you to reach the beautiful things in life much faster by simply embracing the beauty of the struggle itself. The one who loves the game the most will always win. And now you might ask, how do I do this in practice? The answer is simple. Wherever you are, continue breathing and feel what you feel, like a strong massage. No need to think or move. After a short time, you will feel space around what you feel and an underlying peace. Return to this practice every time you feel unhappy. And this leads us to hack number 6. Do not wish for the perfect mental state, but use the one you have right now. So much productivity advice out there focused on being in the right mood, being in the right mindset, getting that motivational boost up to do the best work and eat the frog, etc. But in reality, you have only one mental state, which is the one you have right now as you're watching this. Just like a car driving max speed, it's still the car nonetheless, and it has to start from 0 to. So in other words, do not worry about being in shape for the task that you're going to do or the presentation you're going to have in front of a lot of key people. Simply move forward with the one you have, and it will quickly change to the desired one. This is how I get into the flow state every time. And lastly, hack number 7. When in doubt, put out the bad ideas. Similar to hack number 2, we often feel stuck because we feel the next action is not good enough. Fortunately, by lowering your standards a bit, you can have many ideas very quickly. Let all the bad ideas out. Once they're out there, it is far easier to select the best one. And even if you make the mistake, it's not the end of the world because you can enjoy the feeling instead. And here's a bonus hack for you. All these 7 rare but powerful productivity hacks ultimately comes down to this: become more self-aware. The more you know about yourself and your surroundings, the more effective you'll become. Like Google Maps, the better the cellular network and GPS signal you have, the more you know where you are and where to go. The more you resist what is, play all these stories in your head and tense up unnecessarily, the less aware you become. On the other hand, if you look around and appreciate the beauty of this moment, awareness goes through the roof. And so does your productivity and awesomeness. I hope you found these 7 hacks very useful and we'll go more in depth in future videos. In the meantime, you can click the like button and watch the video next, where I talk about the no-nonsense productivity system for people like you and me, career starters. I'll see you there.